Dads.
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 My dad?
Dads.
Oh.
Cyraxx has a bunch of them, and they're all
Oh.
unique. We're gonna find out more about them in this part of Cyraxx's timeline.
I'd rather not.
Banana Bear Show.
Now, some of us are blessed with dads.
Yes.
Some aren't.
Yeah.
But others are blessed with more than one. And with Chance Wilkins, technically he had like 3. Because like if you count Ed right now, he's
Okay.
like not a dad because like he came in the picture like too early.
Right.
But Cyraxx had a birth father.
Oh.
He never considered him a dad because of what his real dad did. Mikey, do you want to guess what he did?
Played ball with him or forced him to stay in his room all day or
Well, he was sent to prison when Cyraxx was 14 years old for molesting a 14-year-old girl on a bike path.
a little essay there, huh?
Yeah. So, on this episode, we're going to talk about Cyraxx's birth dad and a new thing that just came out, an interview with his stepdad.
Oh.
The reason why he's Chance Wilkins is his stepdad's last name.
Right.
He's a military guy, all that taught him right from wrong. Well, we find out some more stuff about that. But let's get into the birth dad first, because he's interesting. Because at the moment, I couldn't find a photo of it, but they're out there. He's a woman. Yeah.
Yeah, about time you answered on this thing.
You weren't backstage here. I would not pass up an opportunity to speak with you.
I've been on here. I've tried saying something to you 3 different times, and nothing came through.
Now that gentleman with the weird glasses, he's talking to Music Biz Marty. That is Chance Wilkins' dad, birth dad.
Okay.
Sally's other son. Because if you didn't know, Sally adopted Chance because her son and a woman that died in a fire that had a low IQ had him prematurely, and they weren't going to keep the baby because he was like almost a stillborn, but she wanted to keep on to him because he was a life. Which is a noble thing to think.
Yes.
Because she didn't know. I mean, she's the reason why he turned in the way he did, but
yeah.
I can't explain that. Yeah, so I guess like my first question is, because I looked at your Pinterest, and I was kind of horrified at some of the pictures in the comments.
Multiple choice, Mikey. What do you think is on his Pinterest that made Marty horrified? A, pictures of young beefy men. 2, females like scantily cladded, maybe some nip coming out. Or 3, trans boys.
I'm gonna go with 3.
You know this story too well.
Well,
those comments were not made by me, Marty. Those comments were on the Pinterest pictures when I loaded them.
Okay, what was like your campaign for raising trans youth awareness? What was your campaign for trans youth awareness?
Because one of my coworkers, Austin, who is a trans male, was getting harassed at work, and he wanted to help doing transgender awareness.
Okay. It just seems like odd because it was
kind of
strictly
abrupt.
pictures of kids, like boys in dresses, and saying that they're easy to convince. Like,
as my ex-wife Scarlett was telling you,
Yes.
As my ex-wife was telling you before, those weren't the only images we used. Those were just some of the best pictures for what we were doing.
Okay, I'm going to look back at some of these pictures here.
Understand your concern on that, but that was not what we were going for. We were just using the pictures, not the comments.
Okay, like I'm going to show
You
one of
can-
these here, and I don't know if this is...
You can cut those out.
it's
Oh,
gonna get
no.
my stream taken down. Very well might, but
Oh,
oh
no.
shit here. Wrong. Okay, feminized soccer boys are easy to convince. Like, what drew you to this picture? What was like the goal?
The reason we selected those pictures is because the high prominence of transgender youth nowadays.
Sure. This is the man who you said you were going to rape his mother and sister, and I understand you're probably a bit on guard.
Good evening, gentlemen.
That's Michael Cat. He used to be a part of Marty's little thing, and he says some funny things in this clip.
Hello, Mr. Schmeckle.
I couldn't pass the opportunity to come up and talk to the man, the myth himself.
Hey, Schmelko Cat. Hey, Schmelko Cat.
I'm here.
That was just my that was just my way of getting your guys' attention to let you know I was listening to what you guys were saying.
No, were you watching it? You were watching the stream?
I just threaten you. You know, just want your attention.
Hey, I'm
I'm
gonna do some deplorable acts
all
of
right.
sexual things.
I didn't
To your
take any
family.
offense to it. It's quite all right.
Yes, I was watching the live stream last night
thanks.
and the night before.
Awesome.
Does this look at all in a
Thanks for the views, man.
It's kind of weird. It, like, and honestly,
I love how there's this big elephant in the room. That fucking photo right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so to comment on that photo.
made me
This-
feel like
this
sick
is very
to my
Yeah, and the
weird.
comment
Maybe I'm
underneath
getting
it
the
says
wrong
they're
idea.
easily persuaded.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances of the
Mind you, he's not wearing a shirt.
way
Yeah.
you guys are putting it out there, yeah, it would be inappropriate. But you're misusing what the purpose of what those pictures were used for.
Okay, what are feminized soccer boys easily convinced of, or convinced to? What are they easily convinced of, or to?
I have no idea what those comments on there are referring to because those were on the pictures when we selected the pictures themselves.
I don't know about you, but like a dark room and you're wearing glasses without your shirt. And it just screams like, would you fuck me? I would fuck me. I would fuck me so hard. Like Buffalo Bill references.
Yeah, okay.
Happy Halloween.
Okay,
If you go on,
it must have stood out to you, like to save it and use it for later.
if you go onto Pinterest and you type in transgender youth and they look at images, those comments are on there.
Well, don't use those pictures.
Right on. I can't say that's something I've done yet.
Yeah.
You said this was for transgender awareness? Or youth?
Transgender youth awareness.
I like that.
I love the silence because they all know how bullshit
Yeah, I'm
this
just a
is.
little
Well, sus.
shocked here.
I have no,
Yes.
I have no take on that because I have no knowledge of what happened or allegedly happened or anything else. All my mother has told me is that you guys were harassing him about this issue, and then now you guys were harassing me, jumping on me.
Fair enough.
When I have not had any problems since I've gotten off parole or anything else.
Looks pretty bad.
Hey, Marty, I know, I understand that. What you need to do is just sometime on your own time, go onto Pinterest and look up transgender youth or transgender girls and see what pictures it pulls up. Those comments are there. Those are not my comments.
I believe they're there.
That's why we use the pictures only, not the comments with them.
I'm pretty sure there'd be other pictures too without comments. I've not done it myself.
Fair enough.
If you were to talk to my parole officer, Matt Matthews,
Love how he name drafts him.
my former parole officer, he would tell you that I had no incidents in the 4 years that I was on parole after I got out of prison.
That does not mean you're a good person.
Congratulations! After 4 years after getting out of prison for raping a 14-year-old girl, you didn't do anything. Oh, good job.
And I've had
33 years of me not doing that at all.
True.
issues through today. I contact with my parole officer at least once a month just to let him know that I'm doing good.
No. So
sure.
glad.
I mean, you have somebody here saying that a convicted offender looking up children in compromising positions.
I love the clearing of the throat of Smuggle Cat. Like,
yeah.
Let's make it more awkward.
Well, I mean,
I went back and looked at that Pinterest page yesterday. I pulled it up and looked at it.
Oh, did you?
And the only scantily clad ones I saw were
there should be none.
19, 20-year-olds, and those are legal age, so there's nothing illegal about that at all.
I'm not saying that it's necessarily illegal, but
Why?
just
why?
it made me kind of feel
it makes anybody look weird.
Yep.
I just don't understand what they were. Where were you looking to find a picture of a boy saying that?
All I typed in on Pinterest was
Don't do
transgender
this.
youth, transgender female, transgender girl, and those were the pictures that pulled up.
That was it. And that was I couldn't look any further.
Fair enough.
I mean,
I don't know. There's just no evidence of this
kind
campaign.
of.
You would think there'd be, with social media raising awareness of it. Like, who is this Austin person's last name? Like, they've just vanished. They're nowhere to be found.
I actually never knew Austin's last name. It wasn't until the last few months that he was working there that I was getting to know him. He invited me to his birthday party at the Blue Moon, which is a gay bar in town. I went to that just to support him with his friends.
Just to support him.
But
that
because
was all.
As you know, my older brother, who has passed away, was gay.
William.
Okay.
And I have...
Which later on this timeline, there is not redemption for William, but you find out more about William, like, yeah, he may have been No, he was a drag queen. And gay. And may have died of AIDS or cancer. But he beat the shit out of fucking Cyraxx anytime he tried to hit Sally. So he's like a hero.
A lot of friends that are gay
It
because
takes
of that.
one thing.
So I had no problem going to this birthday party with him. And that's when we talked about doing transgender awareness. And what he did with the information after Scarlett and I helped put it together. That was the end of it. I have no idea what he actually did with the information. But the reason we did it is because the Alaska transgender laws, especially pertaining to youth, are so strict.
Bro, they don't allow you to chop out their dick when they're fucking 14. Holy shit, that's
it's so
strict.
Wrong. So strict. Alaska, is this gift from Alaska or what?
So, if you didn't know this, Chance is from Alaska.
Oh.
They're all from Alaska.
Okay.
Don't go to Alaska.
How'd they get to Ohio?
Migration?
You guys talk about the cyberbullying and all that stuff that you guys and Chance and everybody else has mentioned over the time that I've been paying attention to this.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was the major thing that was happening up here. Is the kids that are known to be transgender up here were being bullied in school. They were not being allowed to use appropriate bathrooms. Alaska, up until last year, did not have protections for transgender youth being able to be in school and be safe.
So he's in Alaska right now.
So yeah, and Scarlett said that you were married at one point. Is that true?
Yeah, we were married for 2 years. She divorced me because I couldn't give her any kids. I can't have kids anymore.
Okay, I thought Scarlett was transgender.
I wonder why. Oh wait, because you raped a 14-year-old girl?
Yeah.
No.
Which is good, because if they did that, like, I hope to God they do that.
Mhm.
Because somebody, like, it's always been like, hey, chemically castrate forever.
Yeah.
Any rapists that are found guilty.
Yep.
Like, I mean it. Like, don't cut it off, but chemically do it. So it's like, if they were found not to be like that, they could reverse that.
Yeah.
But if not, keep those fuckers sterile.
Mhm.
Keep them away from getting boners.
Vasectomy, chemical castration.
Because the next best thing is to kill them. I mean it. Like, I'm so for that.
Yeah.
Because, like, hearing about, like, child molestators, I know this is a triggering subject for some people.
Yeah.
But if they are put in prison and they're able to come out, you better take that thing that they violated that child's youth with. Like, because we all know, oh, they can't help it. Well, fine. Help them by cutting off the disease.
I don't believe that's real. Well, I believe they can help it. They just choose not to.
No, I mean, like, if they can only get off on young females or young boys,
that's not true.
Then chemically castrate them.
Right. Well, I'm saying that I don't believe that's true.
You're not allowed to have balls anymore.
Yeah. I say physically castrate them.
So back in the day, if you don't know this, medieval times, let's say you turned coat and you went to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
What the leaders would say is, okay, I will give you salvation here, but we're going to castrate you because I don't want traitors in my bloodlines. So you can't have kids if you live here. Right. So they will castrate you.
Yeah.
And that seems legit. You get to live, but you don't get to have kids because, you're a coward. This is like a lot worse than being a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second here. Sorry about. I think I just looked this up. Yeah.
Yes.
I did notice something else about the Pinterest. Like, a lot of the links of the people who posted them that were attached, like, have all been deleted.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I can't delete it because I don't have the password to get in there and delete it. So I can't even get off there. I want that thing. That thing should have been gone a year and a half ago. But I can't delete it because I don't have any way to get into the account and delete it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like a single picture of a trans man on here though. It's just boys as girls.
Because that wasn't the only site that we used for getting pictures. That was just where some of the better pictures were for what we wanted to use for higher quality pictures.
But there's not like a single picture.
You know what I use Pinterest for?
What?
Tattoo ideas. Oh. That's it.
You know what I use Pinterest for? Nothing. I don't use it.
I only use it to look up that and fake titles so I can use it for WWE like 2K.
Okay.
So I could like create my own.
Yeah.
But like Pinterest is like not a big social thing. Like DeviantArt is like around the same lines.
Yeah.
But I stopped going on there because there's a lot of weird shit on DeviantArt.
Girl dressed as a man here, like Austin.
That's what I'm telling you. We didn't use pictures from all of our pictures that we used. We didn't use all the pictures that were on Pinterest. We just selected those pictures as possible pictures, and then we went from there. Answering your guys' questions, because I know, and anybody that knows me, what few friends I have after being out of prison. I've only been out of prison for 6 years. What friends I do know, or that do know me, will stand by me and tell you that I'm not doing anything illegal or wrong.
Is there anyone who knows Austin?
No. I've got family. I've got my family family and friends that live around here by me. And I'm not going to give any names out because I don't want them being harassed as well. But I've got 7 or 8 friends that live in the trailer court where I live and they will stand by me 100% because they know I'm not doing anything wrong and I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm trying to better my life because of the one fuck up I did in '94.
Sure.
Just one.
I admit that I fucked up back in '94. I have had no problems with that. I went through sex offender treatment. I went through it for 4 years, completed it with the highest grades I could get in it for doing homework and everything else that we had to do, and applying techniques that they teach us to no longer reoffend.
Mikey, there's homework.
What is it? Go home and don't think about that.
Hey,
and don't do it.
When you question one, you see a little girl. What do you not do?
And I haven't reoffended. I've been out of prison for 6 years, been off parole for 4 years. Because I am doing good. I'm not doing anything like that wrong.
No, you're not doing good. You're doing normal. You're doing
you know
normal.
You know what I love? Like when somebody fucks up, like this is a major fuck up. Like on the lines of, Mikey, you and me will never do this. Yes. Ever. Like never. Normal people don't think this way.
Nope.
But, I'd be good though. I mean, one mess up. One mess up is like getting into a fight and beating somebody up. Get it. Got some rage, fucking duking out. You made a mistake. What he did on a bike path.
I can't stand when people are like, they do something this despicable, and then they're like, 6 years, I've been doing good. Pat me on the back. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. You're not doing good. You are being normal. You do not get a pat on the back for being normal.
Like, let's say, for example, like doing this is I can't help it. I'm a map. But they cut my dick off, so I'm not a map anymore. Technically, if they cut the dick off without, social reassignment, you can't do anything anymore.
Right.
And hey, I don't have a dick and balls anymore. I pee out of a tube. What I did was wrong. And I have nightmares all the time. I pray that the person I did that to, it can live a normal life. I'm a piece of shit. And whatever I do will never make up for the horribleness of that action I did 6 years ago. Like that.
Wow.
That's half bullshit, but
I mean,
that okay, they know they're a piece of shit. No matter what they do, they're going to be a piece of shit. But This guy's like, hey, look, 4 years, I did the program, I did one mess up, never talking about the victim, which he should never do. But thankfully, the trolls go in deep, right? Thankfully, we don't know the girl's name.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, this motherfucker should get killed.
Right now, it just
in Minecraft.
It seems weird that
Storm.
How old were
in
you
Minecraft
when you brutally raped the 14-year-old on the bike path?
I was 16. I was 26 years old.
16.
Yeah, hey, no. Mikey, when you were 26, what did you do?
Not that.
Yeah. Guarantee you, most of the audience would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I was 26 years old, I'm just a kid,
Okay.
I'm 53 now.
Right on.
I love how music business. Yeah, huh? Okay. Right on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess there are people who argue for the capacity of reform and rehabilitation, but I don't know that compiling pictures of kids and sexual positions and with comments necessarily indicates that. And I'm sorry for being skeptical.
I'm not sorry.
Well, Marty, you are entitled to your opinion. I will give you that.
Ooh.
But the truth is the truth, and I'm trying to put it out there. That's why I'm on here with you right now.
I kind of think it's more along the lines of self-preservation. That's understandable. I still think you are employed there. It's just my hunch.
Actually, I am not. I got fired today. I got told I turned in my key today and was told not to come back.
Well, I mean, if this guy fired you over this, then I say fuck him. Let the people go crazy on Edward Morse or whatever his name is, because if he really, saw you as a valuable employee and as a good guy, you said yourself you bent backwards over for him, and the guy just goes and fires you instead of says, okay, well, let's figure out how we can, stop this. Then fuck him.
Actually,
so what the trolls did was they took the rating of the car wash that he was working at.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 5-star. It went down to like a 2.
Oh, now that's
saying that you hire child molesters, all that stuff.
Now that's not cool. That's affecting.
But it got him fired, so good.
I mean,
Actually,
yeah, but that's affecting normal people who may or may not have known about this. I just don't think.
No, well, according to him, he knew.
Okay, let's see it for a second, Smeckle Cat.
Sure.
Because he did tell me that he was gonna give me some time off and let this blow over. But when you guys started attacking his star rating on his business, he went from a perfect 5.0 business down to a 4.8 overnight because the comments that were posted with my name specifically on it. Because it had my name specifically on those comments, that's the reason he let me go.
Well, I feel we should drop him down to a 3.8 just for firing you for this bullshit. I mean,
wow.
A little justice for yourself,
Well, a little reason why they're saying this is because he thinks that he's saying that he got fired from there, so they would stop the star rating thing.
Yeah.
And he still works there.
Oh.
So they're like, well, if they let you go, why not keep going?
Okay.
Let's keep him going down, I say, If he's going to be that way.
I don't want that for Aaron and his family. Aaron has a family that he's got to raise. He's only in his 30s. He's had this business for 8 years, and he wants to keep it. He wants to make his life out of it, and I think he deserves it. He's done right by it.
I mean,
I'm the one that has the problems because of my past. It's not Aaron. I'm the one that screwed up. I'm the one that went to prison. I'm the one that did my time. I'm the one that's got to survive through this. He doesn't have to go through this. He doesn't have to survive through. No, he didn't know until a year ago.
Okay.
Because I don't have to register as a sex offender, I'm not required by law to notify my employers any longer. Now that I'm off parole, I don't have to notify my employers of my past.
When the fuck was that a thing? I thought you had a red dot
changed?
by your.
Is this a changed thing? Hold on. Keep playing it and I'll look it up.
It's the only reason he found out is because I had talked to him once about being in jail, and he pushed the issue and kept pushing the issue until I explained to him what my past was. Well, he was ready to. He wanted to fire me then, but he considered me such a good employee. He kept me on and tried to look past this.
Well,
now this has come up, and it's made it harder for him to keep me on.
Wouldn't that come up on a background check, though?
He didn't do background check.
Oh, well, he fucked up then. I mean, he's hiring a pedophile or a fucking racist.
I'm not a pedophile. There's a difference.
You are. I can see it in your eyes, Rupel. You are definitely a pedophile.
This is where it gets funny.
You remind me of a man named Tony.
First off, my name's not Rupel. First off, my name is not Rupel. It's Angus.
Angus?
Why would you change your name to fucking Beef? From like a stone Rupel to Angus?
I had my name legally changed 5 years ago.
You said your name is Anus?
No, I said Angus. Now, don't even go there right
Angus,
now.
like the beef.
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna call you.
Anyhow,
because you're
I was not required to.
Your son threatened me to wave the gun at me tonight, and he challenged me to a fight. I will be showing up to.
I don't think Angus really cares about that, to be honest.
Edward Morris, or whatever his name is, we'll call him Zach Morris. I think he's an asshole, and I encourage everybody to lower that to a 2-star rating. Fuck him. If he's going to fire, a hard-working man, fresh out of jail, and he's got a family as well to think about. And, if he fires you, I say we get him down to a 2-star rating. Fuck him. Burn his business down to like Connie's house. Let's just burn it down.
Connie,
please don't talk about Connie like.
Connie was Chance's mom.
That Connie was the love of my life from elementary school. We were married for quite a long time, and her death hurt me hard.
Wait, Sally
She
said
died. She died in a house fire that was because
How
of
did that
a wood
start, by the
stove.
way? How did the fire start?
A wood stove. She was using a wood stove that didn't have proper piping through the walls. It had she ran a single wall stovepipe through the walls, and it got too hot and burned down the house.
I heard it was on Chance's birthday.
Actually, it was on Buddy's birthday.
Buddy's
My
birthday.
oldest son.
I heard she fucked up Buddy's birthday cake, so they burnt the house down with her inside of it.
Not even close.
Oh,
No.
well, that was just a rumor. I'm sorry.
Don't even start that. Don't even start anything bad like that, please.
I'm sorry.
I'm nice.
Might have
I'm
been a
nice enough
rumor.
to
I
come on here and
apologize.
talk to you.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Sally
Don't
said,
disrespect my late wife like that, please.
Sally said
She doesn't deserve any of this.
Sally said she was fully disabled.
No, she wasn't.
Just
Okay.
mentally?
Okay, pause it for a second.
She had some mental issues.
So, do you know the month that his crime was committed?
No,
Because it was in 94, right?
I guess.
Okay, he said 94. So, Registration Act applies to persons who committed their crimes after August 10th, 1994. Persons convicted of child kidnapping and sex offenses that were committed in Alaska or equivalent offenses in other states after August 10th, 1994 are subject to registration in Alaska. So if it was before August 10th, 1994, I don't think he has to register.
Wow, he had the cutoff.
Yeah. Yep.
That's bullshit.
Yep. So I'm
Yes,
going to go ahead and say he did have a cutoff, but I mean, now everyone has to register. It's annually for 15 years after the date of unconditional discharge. A person committed of 2 or more convictions is required to register annually for life. So if he does it again, he'll have to register every year for life.
Oh, goody. If he does it one more time.
Yeah, that's stupid.
She had problems with ADHD, and I can't remember what the other one was that she had, but she did have some mental issues that made it hard for her to get some stuff done. It took me 3 years to teach her how to drive a car. And I drive a stick shift, so.
Were you in protective custody when you were in prison?
No, I was not. I was in general population.
How are you still walking right now?
I've had my fights. I've got my scars. But once I stood my ground and let people know that, and I never denied when I was in prison. I never denied what I was in prison for. That's part of what saved me. I did not deny my case.
What's that? What's that a tattoo
happened?
on your chest there? What is that?
Which
That
one?
tattoo.
I've got 17
one on your left.
tattoos.
That one on your left shoulder there.
What, this one here?
Yeah.
That's a Celtic knot with a lion in it.
Were you that big of a loser that you couldn't get pussy at 26, so you had to rape a 14-year-old?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Then why did you rape the 14-year-old?
Yeah, I've read.
I'm not going to get into that on live video.
It's been extensively evaluated.
Only private
you
conversations.
Took her about 50 feet off of a bike path. You held the T-shirt over her head. You threatened her life, and then you called the police saying that the guy looks like you but wasn't you. But your bike tires lined up perfectly, and there was like a gross preponderance of evidence. I would love to know what happened if they're getting it wrong.
I am not going to go and get into this on live video.
Do I have any of the details incorrect?
You have some of it incorrect, but that's because the courts had it incorrect. So I'm not going to argue that because you're reading the documents correctly.
So that's enough of this wormhole.
That's horrible. That is.
Yeah. So you want to know something more fucked up? He got let out because of lack of evidence. So because it was not conclusive, his time, he was paroled on good behavior.
So did he get convicted?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did his shit, but because of good behavior, and it wasn't like a full, like charge, he was able to get out with parole. I just remember hearing that. I'm like, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That's some Freddy Krueger shit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
there wasn't a search warrant.
Oh,
No.
something like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, what about the dad that was in Chance's life? So here's an interview with Music Biz Marty once again, and he was able to find Chance Wilkins' stepdad and his new wife. And they talk about when Chance Wilkins, after the divorce, so the whole thing is Mr. Wilkins, his stepdad, military dad, had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
And he got redeployed to another place. And when he was at the other place and she didn't want to move in as fast, he realized, well, I really don't like her. So he divorced her. And he started a new life. And Sally had Chance with her. And for the most part, this is about that and the time that Chance visited him and his new wife on a fishing trip.
Oh.
And I guess Chance would be 24 at this time. So it's a good indication of what he is now.
It's not even a story, man. You know, it's the truth.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I told you, I had no idea any of this shit was going on till day before yesterday.
Well, how do you feel about it?
And I'm going to be upfront over here. This guy's cool.
Okay.
This guy's a military guy. He used to have like security clearance. Like that's how far in the military he was. He likes to drink, smoke pot, and fucking hunt.
Okay. That's fair.
And he never wanted kids, but Sally wanted to adopt this stillborn.
How do you feel about it?
Well, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, and it embarrasses the shit out of me. Yeah. And it pisses me off that my name's even associated with that caliber, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's fair.
We aren't like those people.
No,
all.
From what I'm reading and what I have read, and trust me, I will do some more research and find out exactly what's true, what isn't true.
Yeah.
But if everything is, then you know what? I have no time, man, for deviants. I have no time for somebody that messes with children. I have.
Yeah.
You have to stoop as low as to press yourself upon a child or a woman without her.
Or a blind boy, even.
Yeah, or boys.
Yeah, boys, women,
or
children,
boys, anybody.
doesn't matter.
You know,
Fair.
anybody that you take advantage of them or forcibly do whatever you do to them sexually, I got no time for.
Nope.
You know,
Yeah.
I have no time for it. And matter of fact, we were guardian ad litems for Polk County. And so, you know, he's
If you
going to
don't know
come
what
on
that
here.
is, he probably doesn't know what
Do you know what a guardian ad litem is?
To the best of my understanding, is somebody that looks out for children and cares for them.
Correct.
Exactly.
Through the court process.
Through the court process.
Yes.
And we were guardian ad litems in Polk County, owned our own business. So when he comes on here and he starts ranting and raving and calling me a piece of shit and everything else, I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm doing fine. You know, I tried to do what I could do for that little Peckerwood, and
What have you heard?
All
Peckerwood?
indications are that you're upstanding.
I've actually
I don't
heard that
think anyone
before.
will question that. There's no reason to.
yeah. Well, and if they do, you know what? You can look me up, man.
Yeah.
You can run a background check on me. You can do whatever you need to do.
Better
you
get
know,
off fax it too.
I had top secret clearance in the military, so okay.
I guess a potential concern could be that for those of you who don't know Chance, they look at him and see what he's saying and not really know the source, and have a very false and unfair picture, and it's just insane. Oh my God, he's already back here. Chance, we're gonna. Mr. Wilkins, a real Wilkins, is gonna tell the side of the story. You're not welcome here at this point.
The real Wilkins.
I'm sorry, Chance, but you're gonna have to wait.
Coffee, and it was fairly early in the morning. It was about 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30, and I had walked in to the camper because we had a routine when we went camping. You start with one end of the camper and how you take it apart and put it back together.
Sure.
And when I had walked in, I told him, he was still laying in the one bunk, and I told him, I said, it's time to get up. You know, we have things we got to do. Everybody's got a job in this.
Yep. Everybody's got a job.
And
You got to work as a team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he told me, nope, I'm going to lay here. And I walked outside and looked at Gordon and told him what he said to me.
He says he's got about time till I finish this cigarette.
And that's exactly what Gordon said to me. He said he's got about as much time for me to finish. And he was just just about to put the cigarette out. He said he's got that much time to go ahead and get things done.
I think we might be getting ahead of ourselves here, telling the whole story of your interaction with Chance.
Just once we got to a job, I got into a job where I wasn't hunting and fishing, and he was too old, or what? Not too old, but he was in school and all that. I did it by myself, so he was home with her all the time, and she followed me, man. You know.
Yeah, and has been ever since.
Say again?
Yeah, she has been ever since.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. You know, I've had no contact with him or her since 2014 when he came to Florida.
Okay, so can you tell everyone about prior to 2014, your last interactions with the Arnsons? I don't want to call them the Wilkins. I'll refuse to call them Wilkins anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Let me think here for a second. Yeah. When she
It's so juicy.
moved to Florida after we were separated, she was living in Washington State. She moved to Florida in 2000, I believe it was 2002-ish.
Well, sure. Yeah, you can back up for a second. It sounded like somebody was dying in her family, and she was trying to get her grubby mitts on some inheritance. So
I don't know if that was the fact as far
as I'm going to say it. I'm going to say that.
Right.
She's
that's your opinion.
Sure.
You're allowed to have it. But, to tell you the truth, it was one of her parents, her mother or father, I don't know which one, was sick and dying or whatever, and was in poor health. And she said she was going to go over there and go out there and take care of him. And my thought to myself was, okay, well, you're hauling ass and going out there, and where am I? In all this. Well, we can come out there, and we had talked about it. And it's like, yeah, sure. Once I retire, I'll come to Washington.
Yeah. So I think it's important to note that you were
that was my out. That was my out.
Sure. And you were financially supporting her family as well, right?
Well, I had, not her family. The only one I ever financially supported was her son, Bill.
Okay.
Her eldest son.
You had Chance on TRICARE.
Well, and Chance. I mean, I supported Chance, but I supported Bill.
In order to support the family, you needed to stay where you were at, and instead, and it's just my opinion that she valued getting her paws on inheritance, and that's just that's might not necessarily be your opinion, but she valued that more than you, and you weren't very happy in the situation.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Family, but I looked at it like you have 3 siblings over there,
Yeah.
And
you wanted it out.
Had very, very few interactions with her parents or anything else. I think I met them once, something like that. So I can't draw an opinion on them or whatever, But so.
He's being very fair.
With her, spent a lot of time in the car with her, spent a lot of time in the car with Chance.
That's why I know he's telling the truth, because
So,
everything's like medium. He's not.
You just had enough of it.
Digging into the venom yet.
Done.
Yeah.
I was done. And I'm the first one to admit it. I was done. So when got the out, I took it. Wrong, right, wrong, indifferent. If I was wrong, freaking sue me.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's your choice. Like, you don't have any.
Yeah.
Not your kid. You didn't have any talks with Sally, and I guess she just adopted him.
Yeah.
Like almost like not. I'm gonna say like under your nose or behind your back. You know what I mean?
No, it
like,
wasn't behind my back. I knew she was doing it, and I said, okay, well then you're taking care of it. And I tried to treat him as I tried to be a dad to him.
Yeah.
But I never had a connection with him. Because I
think that would be hard.
For me to go down and see him in the hospital when he was in the hospital for 4 months or 3 months, however long it was. He was born in September. I don't think he came home till January. It was like pulling teeth to go down and see him. I get drugged a few times, but wasn't my forte. It wasn't where I wanted to go.
Yeah, I can see that because he's he's around able-bodied people a lot, and it's hard to go see something like that whenever.
And it's not his kid.
Yeah. Tried to instill.
And he didn't want kids. It sounds like
whatever.
No, he says that he never wanted kids.
That didn't take.
He's like his bloodline
sure
stops
by
with
that
him.
point too.
What can I say, man?
Yeah, when she adopted him, was like the magic already kind of gone with Sally?
No, not really, but that was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of the end, and I kind of understand why she did it, because he was fixing to go into the system.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't have stepped in and took him, he was going to go into the system.
Looking at how he's turned out now, I don't think he could have turned out
doing a whole lot of favors.
No, yeah, I can't imagine him turning out any worse than he is now.
Can people look at me and say, you know what, you were an asshole, you walked away, and I could say, well, okay, I'm an asshole.
Well, I look at it like he's dodging a bullet, personally.
Yeah, that's fair too.
If people want to call me an asshole, call me an asshole. I really don't care, because I really don't give a rat's ass what anybody thinks, man.
No,
I don't care.
I hear you. So
I'm not gonna, sit and damn argue with him and just, just
that's childish.
Imagine being like, if you stuck around until he was 18, your quality of life would just be non-existent. It would be like how long?
Well, there's a good chance that I would have been in jail. I would have knocked him on his ass.
Okay.
Yeah, or even like dead by your own hands. You can't take it.
Well, yeah. Because I fucking laid hands on him when he was down here in 2014. And I'll be first one to say, I laid hands on him. He's not a child. You blow up on me, dude, I'm going to bust your ass. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, so that was him up to about the age of 6 or 7.
Yeah. And then, when we separated, he was like 9 years old. Something like that. Because I remember he was in Cub Scouts,
Really?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in Cub Scouts.
Do they use him as bait for fish, or like?
I want to say we paid for him to come down.
I don't remember. And it really don't matter.
Sure.
It really
don't
don't matter.
Say that she did or she didn't, or whatever.
But
yeah,
this is the 2016 incident.
When he first got here, he
got
when
here.
When he hit the airport, he was all excited. He was like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah, he did, and he was grateful.
He come be bopping down the,
Dad,
yeah. Come up and gave me a hug, whatever, and and it was all cool.
Did he hug me the leg? Did he grasp onto your leg and?
No, man, no. Wasn't like a puppy. But,
ball and chain, right?
But when he showed up, it was all good, And
for about the first hour.
No, we went out to dinner, and then we came home, and
It was
got ready to go. Or I had to work the next day, so he had to have been here on a Thursday. He had to have got here on a Thursday.
Yeah, he was here on Thursday.
When did it start to deteriorate?
Do what? Say that again.
When did it start to deteriorate?
Well, this is where it starts to get freaking weird because Gordon had work the next morning, and I had gotten up and I had things I needed to do to get ready to go camping that day, and I was telling him what I needed to get done, and
I was working a half a day.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he pops up off the couch with his phone in his hand and a picture of his aunt. I want to say it was his aunt.
Yeah,
related.
It was his aunt.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he shows me this picture, and it's a woman with all these.
First off, before he even did that, he jumped up, and this is what she told me, so I'm filling in her blanks also. Mm-hmm. When he jumped up off the couch, he started screaming, "I gotta go home!
Yeah.
I gotta go home!
Yeah, he did.
I gotta go home!" And he started getting into this. I gotta go home.
Crazy. I mean, he went batshit.
Yes, I do. And Jen looks at him and was like, "What are you doing? You know what?
What's going on?"
He was. He was freaking out, man. He was fucking freaking out on her.
Yeah. I think I'd be
scared. Showed her a picture, and it was his aunt sitting on the couch with grandkids or whatever.
Yeah. There was grandkids, and I want to say there was a dog
and dogs or something on there. And she said
she captioned it.
She captioned it and said, "I died and went to heaven." You know.
It's a Facebook post of a family member being surrounded by her grandsons and grandkids, and her pets saying, "I'm in heaven. I died and went to heaven." And Chance is like, "She's dead. Oh, my family needs me." Fucking dumbass fucking thought.
Whoa.
He's like, aunt died, so he's freaking out.
Yeah.
You know,
it says, "I've died and gone to heaven."
I've died and gone to heaven.
Now, the first problem with that, this statement, I've never known anybody to die and come back and make a Facebook post. But that's just my theory.
Yeah, I don't think anyone makes Facebook posts from heaven to earth. Yeah.
No, I look at the post.
Zuck's powerful, but he's not that powerful.
I explained to him what she meant by it in case he didn't understand.
Yeah.
And because I'm thinking at this point, 3 fries shy of a Happy Meal. It's game on with this joker. I am fucked. You know?
3 fries shy of a Happy Meal. I love that saying.
As soon as he came off the couch with that, I just thought, oh God, I am so fucked. And so I told him what was going on. And he looked at me and he says, "You just don't want me to go home." I said, "Listen, you little bastard, I don't give a shit if you stay. I don't care."
Yes.
And he just kind of looked at me. He was like, you hate me and I gotta go home. My family needs me. My aunt's dead. I'm like, she's dead. Let's go back and replay this one more time because this train missed a fucking track.
Yep.
So I
That's
go ahead
awesome.
and explain this to him again, and he just goes ape shit. And he had bowed up on me, and I thought, okay, you're going down like a little fucking twisted pretzel, you little bastard. Wrong girl, wrong day. And go ahead.
Yeah. So was this like that first night or the following morning?
Following morning.
The following morning.
Oh yeah, you were working, right? Yeah. So,
So as he's banging on the door and he's telling me he's gonna piss on my door, I told him to go find a fucking tree.
We live in the country.
And I walked to the door and I locked.
So I went ahead because this video is getting long.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Well, if you're gonna bellow up on me, you get the fuck out of my house and you wait outside for your dad." And then he started banging, "I'm going to piss on your door if you don't let me in." It's on a tree. We live in the woods.
I thought, you know what? I'm not going to take the chance of this going sideways real quick because it was going sideways.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I called Gordon and I told him, I gave him the rundown. I told him, I said, "You need to get here now." And we only lived about 15, well, we still do.
20 minutes.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah.
From where Gordon was working at the time. And he gets home and that's when you had encountered him at the front door.
Yeah. I come home and he was standing outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's still like, he gets in like an animal state almost, where he's like a rabid ferret. You know?
Yeah, that is
Where
very
he just gets
true.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
You can't talk to him. You can't say anything.
What it is, I don't know. You know.
Yeah. His wiring just seems to be a little faulty.
Yeah,
Well, he's undisciplined.
You know, I mean, he's definitely
Had somebody told him no.
developmentally challenged, and he was never helped to
It would definitely help a little
get
bit.
to the next level.
Yeah.
Where he needs to be.
Yeah.
So you get home. Are you able to calm his concerns about his?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of.
Simon was like, listen, dumbass.
I got home, and she had told me, because I was talking to her on my way home, and I was talking to her on the phone.
Okay.
And when I got home, he's standing outside, and I had ball cap on, and I went fucking drill sergeant on him.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I didn't lay hands
That's what
on
we
him,
need.
but I did threaten him. And,
Okay.
you know, I got up and I put the bill of the hat right on the bridge of his nose, and I'm pounding it as I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You had to be there. It was priceless.
You had to be there, man. You
was
can't make this
priceless.
shit up.
No, you can't make this shit up.
So I'm popping him on the bridge of the nose with the bill of my cap, and I'm screaming at him. And I know every freaking neighbor around that is even close heard me. And I'm in his face, and I'm telling him, I said, if you ever disrespect my house and disrespect my wife again, I said, I guarantee you I will plant you. I will bury your little fucking ass. You understand me?
That may be a little far,
change?
but
It seems like once.
It did. Yeah, he kind of.
He gets like crying and almost snivelly.
Well, it kind of. I think it surprised him.
Yeah.
You know, and then he chilled. He kind of pouted.
Yeah,
you know, he got quiet. He got quiet and kind of pouted.
Poor guy.
Kid syndrome.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, only child syndrome, whatever you want to call it.
Well, special syndrome or
God damn, dude, that'd be like spray
caudal
drugs, man.
syndrome, you know.
I've never seen somebody have so many occupations in a 48-hour period of time in my life, let alone dreams or $1 to pay for them.
Yeah, he just pivots from, you know, it's between car driving on the video game, to music, to photography.
Don't forget the mind.
Well, and you know, back then, you know, he was telling me this is what he was wanting to do. Well, back 2014, it's not as prevalent as it is now. You know, I mean, 10 years has changed a hell of a lot in the electronic age. You know,
Absolutely.
so he's telling me all this stuff that he's wanting to do and everything. I was like, you know what? That's cool. It's cool to have dreams, man. You know, but you know, you got to find something that you can do to sustain yourself, and use those the rapping and all the other whatever the hell it was to as a hobby. And if once your hobby gets to where you can make more money off your hobby than you can your job, then guess what?
And it becomes your job.
You got a new job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just
that's solid advice,
sense, man. You know.
Yeah. So he made like $5.81 over 4 years for music. But since like the company only pays increments of $10, he was never able to receive it.
So, Mikey.
Yeah.
How do you think Chance reacted to this?
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
Man,
Oh no.
All I gotta say to you, old man, is that mom did not coddle me. No, shut the fuck up, Jenny. My mom did not coddle me. She protected me from becoming a piece of shit drunk like your bitch ass motherfucker. Hey, old man, why don't you shut the fuck up, man? That all you are is a piece of shit. You're a loser. Look at you. Look at you, old man. You're a fucking loser.
So what makes him a loser and you not a loser, Chance? Explain that.
So, dude,
I am a loser, dude. I am a loser.
We lost you.
I am a fucking loser. You know.
you know what's funny about you? The fact that you had the balls to sit there and talk shit about your family. You're a piece of shit for that.
You ain't my family, dude. You ain't my family.
Thank you, Marty. We don't want to listen to his
Thank you.
comments. Yeah,
Thank you.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
fuck you too.
Take care.
That's as
Don't
high as
drink
you
and
can count.
drive.
Mhm.
Don't
I
drink
think
and
he's
drive.
muted himself.
Hey, old man. Instead of having you old asshole, man. Honestly, bro. No, shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Hey, hey, you sound like a retard. Fuck you. Fuck you. Everyone, Jenny is a piece of shit. What Jazz is. Hey, old man. You sit there and go fuck your mom, you old man.
Hey,
and who's afraid?
I'll bring him back. That was fun. Let's
Yeah.
do it again.
oh God. So what
Yeah.
else?
Yell, and then leave. Oh wow, that was something.
What are you talking about, Mikey? You think that was it?
Oh no, I know it's not it.
That was just part one.
That was part one of 70.
He went off more.
Oh, okay.
Let him up.
I'll let him.
Shut the fuck up. Hey,
Right out the gate.
hey,
Right
you
out the
sound
gate.
like a retard. Fuck you. Fuck you. Everyone, Jenny is a piece of shit. What Jazz is. Hey, old man. You sit there and go fuck your mom, you old man.
Hey,
Because you know between you would have done it, boy.
Look how much they're smiling.
You're nothing but a piece of shit talk. That's all you do is talk shit like a bitch. You're all talking to nobody, bitch. You're all talking to nobody, fuck boy. You're an old man. You look at it and beat your goddamn ass when I was there. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Your mom should. Hey, your mom should spit your ass out in the trash, old man.
So Chance thinks, and I don't know if we've ever run this up. He says this multiple times. Your mom should have spit instead of swallowed. I think he thinks that's how babies are made. If a woman swallows.
Hmm.
Because all you are is a piece of fucking shit, and honestly, bro, you deserve to die. You deserve to be dead, old man. All you are is, bro, you're lazy. Look at you fat ass motherfucker. Buddy, really. Come and bring it, bitch. I'll whoop that ass. I'll whoop that ass, asshole. Nigga, all you are is fat ass motherfucker. That's why that night when we fought, you were afraid to pull the trigger, bitch. You were too scared to pull the trigger. Because you're a bitch. You're a nobody. And honestly, you're a disgrace to the U.S. military, motherfucker.
Ooh.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. Hey, you want to do something, bring it on, man. I'll whoop your ass. I will guarantee whoop your ass.
You would have been dead if it hadn't been for
I never plays I'll chop your bitch ass up too, Jenny, so say that, fuck, bitch. All you are is a lazy whore, you trailer trash skunk. Nigga, please. Hey, Marty, why don't you take your little mommy and daddy here and go fuck yourself, you fat piece of shit?
What?
All you do, Nick, is run your mouth like a bitch. That's all you do, you fat fucking slut. All you do is sit on the internet, run your mouth like a bitch.
What do you do, Chance?
Hey, at least I'll sit here and act like a tough guy.
What did you make today? What did you make today?
Hey, Nick, shut your fat ass up, you fucking tug of lord. And as for you, skin-bone dumbass, okay, hey, why you a pistol right through your head, you dumb motherfucker?
Speak up.
Even
Say that again. What are you gonna do to me? Say that again.
watch, come over here and find out. I'll show you what I'll do to your fucking old asshole, man.
Go ahead. Keep running.
Bring your ass over here, old man. All you are is a disgrace to the U.S. military. You're a poor excuse for a human being.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
all you are. Oh, by the way, you didn't kill me. She protected me from your ass. All you are is a disgrace and a sorry piece of shit. That's all you are, old man. That's all you are. And by the way, I might not have a job, but at least I'm not a drunk piece of shit. Frank, shut your ass up, you crackhead.
I think this is the most unhinged I've seen him.
Ice cream phone because he's messing.
Hey, watch go here. Hey, watch go over here. I'll shove that pistol up your ass, bitch.
Hey, you know what?
That's why
I can get to you.
you're too scared to pull the trigger on me, and you know it.
I don't
Hey, asshole! Shove your pistol up your ass and pull it, bitch! You think I'm afraid of you, little man? Nigga, please, fuck you! Hey, you're better off dead! Bang, bang, bitch, you're better off dead! Fuck
His
you,
eyes.
you deadbeat old fart! Fuck you deadbeat bitch! You deadbeat ass fuck! You're a deadbeat! You're nobody! Hey, Nick! Hey, Nick! You're a deadbeat! Hey!
What do you think I made tonight? What do you think I made tonight, man?
Hearing? Cállate la boca, pendejo! You're full excuse for a human! You're a full excuse for a human, man! Hey, asshole! You want to do something? Bring your sorry, lazy punk ass up here!
You just keep saying the same things over and over and over.
Nothing's hitting though.
You're too scared to face me, Red! You're scared of me and you know it! That's why that night we fought! That's why that night we fought! You were too scared to pull the trigger on my ass! I saw what you wanted to do! You really thought I was afraid of your ass? If I ain't afraid to stand up to Nick, I sure as hell ain't afraid of you, old man! Nigga, shut your ass up, you fat tub of Lord Nick the bitch! Hey, Red! Hey, Red! Go fuck yourself, you trailer trash motherfucker! No, all you are is garbage! You're a full excuse for a
He hasn't
human,
breathed
man.
yet.
You're a fucking hood rat, man.
Excuse me! You're a motherfucker! I know who I'm more of a man than you will ever be!
Loser, change your name, punk.
Shut your cranky ass on the
He brings up a good point. Then change your fucking name. Because his last name is Wilkins. That's from him.
Yep.
no,
You know
bitch!
what? Change your name, punk. If I'm such
Hey,
a loser,
bitch!
change your fucking
Hey,
name.
you know what?
If I'm such a loser, change your fucking name. I'll pay for it, you little slum bag bastard.
Your two chickens shouldn't even face me, you fucking piece of shit! But you're scared, boy!
He has no clue.
Yeah, that's why you are all barking, no biting, bitch! Honestly, you know what? I can't wait till the day you die. Because when you die, I swear to God, I'll piss on your goddamn grave. Because you deserve to die. You deserve to die, you worthless trailer trash, bitch. Hey, hey, go back to fucking your inbred mom, you dumbass motherfucker. You inbred faggot. Go and jail. You told me again. Hey, fuck you, you asshole. I wish you were dead. I wish you were dead. Because I'm more of a man than you'll ever be. At least I didn't walk out. At least I'm like you. I don't walk out of family, old man. That's you. That's you. You walked out. Shut your ass up now. You walked out. I don't walk out of family. You walked out like a pussy. I let you know.
He couldn't walk out on anybody.
Shut you fucking bitch. Oh, really? Oh, really? Then why did he marry my mom, you dumb whore? Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, shut your ass up before I murder your ass, fat
And
ass.
left field.
Fine.
Get him the fuck out.
Hey, what you don't get, old man, is you are nothing more than the scum of the earth. You walked out on me and on my... Unlike you, I don't walk out of family, you worthless faggot. See you on hell, bitch.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Fun they're having.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wow. I
No.
could.
Oh God. Oh, if I got fucking
Yeah.
cotton mouth so fucking bad
No
for
doubt.
laughing.
No
Jesus
doubt.
Christ, man.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck, man.
I'll say this.
I told you to get me an emoji.
Yeah.
You know, get an emoji of
So
Wow.
on this episode, one dad, his birth dad, piece of shit.
Yeah.
The other guy, what a great dude.
Yeah.
He saw the writing on the fucking wall and said, nope, not doing it. And I've only seen Chance get that riled up 2 other times. And that's when I think Ed beat him up. And he's like, there's so much blood on the front of his mouth. It looks like his tooth is missing. Mm-hmm. And the other one is Marty for not paying him for skull scratcher comedy. His eyes literally go, that.
Yeah.
Like
this, like, I understand this guy, man. The real Mr. Wilkins, please stand up. I completely understand where he's coming from, and he seemed like a pretty fair dude. He was like, you know, I don't know, like, anytime Marty was trying to imply that there was something bad, he was like, well, I don't know, you can have your opinion. He probably freaking knows. He probably knows exactly what went on.
Well, he said that when he was 9 or something, he left. Because I had to go, like, skip some parts because it was 38 minutes. I didn't want it to be too long. But basically, he's like, yeah, I guess you could call me a piece of shit because I walked out.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, you are kind of a piece of shit. But in the long term, he dodged a big ass bullet.
Yeah.
Because he was supporting her and Chance and William.
And the older brother, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, he was, I guess, I think, to Washington, like Marty said, there was like an inheritance and she was trying to get some money. So she wasn't moving to where he was at. Right. So while he was having 9 to 5, not hunting, not doing anything, he's realizing, he's like, well, I really don't need her.
Yeah.
And the headaches. And he said he tried, but he never had a connection, which a lot of people, like in that situation, he didn't want to have kids. He's getting forced that. He tried. It didn't work out. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm wondering why she didn't change back her name.
Because it costs money.
So Chance has, like, Mr. Wilkins' name. I don't even want to call him Chance Wilkins anymore.
No, it's Chance.
Just Cyraxx.
Cyraxx. Chance Cyraxx. That's his new name from me. Mr. Cyraxx. First name Chance. I completely understand. Like, this kind of puts this whole thing in perspective, because I always wondered, like, how he got this bad, because not everybody who is mentally handicapped or has learning disabilities goes to this kind of extreme behavior. It's half, they have the mental capacity, like lessened mental capacity, but a lot of it has to do with, like, how you're raised. If you're taught right from wrong, it does take longer to teach somebody who doesn't naturally have the capacity to discern what's right and from wrong. But you put that little bit of effort in, and they can grow up to be pretty normal people in some instances.
I'm pretty sure if, like, because I think Marty has said this before, and I'll like chime in on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he was raised kind of right with, like, actual morals and not getting coddled and actually having some parenting,
mm-hmm.
Don't be a dick, and he didn't use that, the way he looks as a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
People would give him that benefit of the doubt. Oh my God, you look like a freak. I'll buy your album. If he's a nice guy, you're going to give him a little more leeway.
Mm-hmm.
If you think he's mentally challenged, God didn't give him a good, hand.
Yeah.
I'll buy his album. And if he's like a nice guy, okay, his music could suck balls. It's going to suck balls regardless. But, like, I'll give him a fair chance. And it doesn't sound good. Okay, he's mentally challenged and he tried.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're giving like kudos. Like, man, like I can't make music. This guy can, and he has mental issues. Looking away from all the bad other shit he's done. Like if he didn't rape Blind Billy, if he didn't fucking talk to underage girls, if he didn't do all this stuff, if he didn't say the N-word, both versions, you know?
Yeah.
If he wasn't such a piece of shit. Like, Mikey, when we first started this thing, I gave you the glimpses of the worst of him, and you're like, man, that guy's a piece of shit. The more you're finding out, the more like, he's interesting, but he is worse.
Yeah.
Like, the more you find out, and it's the weirdest onion ever. Like, him and Daniel Larson, you peel back shit, and it's like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah. Not thinking it's going to top that. And then it does. And like this little part, I mean, it was just going to be the first thing, and then this just came out. It just shows that he could have had, like, if Sally didn't coddle him, like because I'm guessing like at least one of her kids turned out well, because later on you're going to hear from her daughter, his aunt / sister, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know, it sounds kind of like a little white trashy. I mean, Ohio's known for having some white trash. And
I think everywhere has a little bit of white trash.
Yeah, but you can tell, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she's good folk, but you're in that trashy area.
She turned out halfway normal.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
How she talks, it's like she did, and her kids kind of, but they're still in that muck. They're like Bubba Sparks.
Well, I mean, you. So where you come from, you still take a piece of that when you leave.
Yeah.
So, but you can get out of it, but you still have that little chunk that's kind of hanging on to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, all right, if you're raised redneck and you have a little redneck, that's fine. But if you're raised hillbilly, that hillbilly stank is on you for a while.
I don't understand,
like, it's hard to get that out.
I'm just let's go back to my analogy of like you come from a place and then you still have that, but you try and do better, and then it's up to you to, if you have kids, you raise the next generation as better and away from that, and you slowly like get out of this slump where you came from.
Okay, let me explain. Okay.
Oh no. I don't know if I want
I know, but like, you know the difference between a redneck and a hillbilly.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hillbilly is like, oh, we're gonna use this wheelchair as like a forklift or something like that.
Okay.
Like just like fucking dumb. Like, you are not a candidate to represent any.
Okay, so a hillbilly is somebody who literally lives in the backwoods and hardly ever comes into town,
and is not educated,
and is not educated. Okay, so
and doesn't believe in education, and whatever they think, that's the law. That should be the case.
There's different versions of it.
And then redneck is Southern.
Well, I mean, I'm Southern. Let's define this a little better. Thank you.
Okay.
Asshole.
Southern ways of doing things.
A redneck is somebody who does stuff that it can be considered stupid and doesn't care. Like,
because they country.
Yeah, they're just like, this is how I am.
I have my kids in my back of my pickup truck. They don't need seatbelts. They could just stand there.
Yeah, they're the ones who, they're the hillbillies that come and live in society. Yes, I live in Tennessee. I'm around this all the time. I know the difference. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody, like, you know.
Yeah. And there's many different versions of these people. Some of them are quite tolerable. Some of them are, there's some hillbillies that I consider hillbillies that are kind of amazing because they live off the grid. They do all of this stuff themselves.
That's redneck. Hillbilly.
No. Hillbillies are people who live off the grid.
Because my consideration is redneck is like a hillbilly, but the education they have enough street smarts to make up for some of the education they don't got.
We do not agree on definitions here.
The hillbilly is like, you stay away.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Because they will
but they're
eat
not
you.
all like that. No, okay. Okay,
like this. Like, okay, so I live in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
If I had a chance to go into the ghettos of Cleveland, which are very dangerous,
yeah,
or go into a area that has a lot of hillbillies, I'd rather go to the ghetto.
Okay, so
because I'm gonna get shot. The other one will shoot me and then eat me. It's like a mixed bag. It's like a fucking roulette thing that you're just spinning, like a 20-sided die.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that critical.
Yeah. Okay.
You better get a fucking nat 20 or you're gonna get eaten, boy.
Let's agree that your stuff is different than my stuff.
Deliverance is fucking a scary movie.
And on that, hey guys, go to YouTube and check out Banana Bear Show, and be sure to like and subscribe. Share our video with everybody. We don't care who you share it to. Just show them. Show them
rednecks and hillbillies,
Cyraxx
anybody.
Corm, shut up. Leave us in the comment what you think of Cyraxx so far. What do you think of the actual Mr. Wilkins? Like, pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy.
I'll put out like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. 2 thumbs up. But yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Tower Nations, fella.